guys, my name is Olivia. Grab a blanket, grab something to drink, because today I'm going to be talking about my journey going from nursing to tech and right back to nursing. So if you want to hear my story and just some things that I picked up along the way, definitely stay tuned. So like I said, my name is Olivia. I've been a nurse for about 4 years now, a little over 4 years. And I started my nursing journey in labor and delivery in Atlanta, Georgia. And that was definitely an interesting journey. I did that for about 2 years. Very hard. It was a very hard specialty, but I got through it. I realized it wasn't for me, not the work itself, but the hospital setting. I realized that hospital life was burning me out after doing it for a little over 2 years, and I realized that I needed something different. So when I left my labor job, I literally had no job lined up. I quit it because I was super burnt out, and I just stayed unemployed for about 2 months to figure me out. And so definitely if you're a new nurse or you're in this growing pain of wanting to do something new, wanting to pivot in whatever way that means, I definitely understand that, because I've wanted to pivot between specialties. I wanted to pivot between industries. I just didn't know where I was supposed to be. So I really needed that 2 months to kind of reset and restart my mindset. So luckily, so that was the summer of 2021. So around that time, I realized, okay, let's get back into the job employment world. We need some money. And so I applied to case management jobs. I thought, hey, I'm really good at managing multiple things at once. Maybe I can handle case management. So I applied to case management in the hospice setting because I've always known that I wanted to go back to the geriatric population somehow, some way. I worked in the memory care unit when I was in nursing school as a tech, and I really enjoyed working with the dementia population in particular. So I knew that hospice was an option for me. So when I saw that case management was an option in hospice, where I can blend both worlds of bedside and non-bedside, I said, perfect, this is a great transition. Did that for about 2 years, a little bit in Atlanta, most of it in Atlanta, a little bit in Chicago. And when I got to Chicago, I had this big urge to just change everything. And so not only did I change where I lived, came to a place where I have zero friends, zero anything here in Chicago. I just wanted to just start something new. I already was kind of over the idea of even being bedside part-time with the case management experience in hospice. Even that was too much bedside for me. And it's not that I didn't care to take care of people. And I think a lot of times when people watch videos like this, when nurses are quitting and nurses are pivoting, they think we don't like people, so that's why we're trying to get out of it, or we actually didn't even care about the work we did. And it's like, no, we just care about us a little bit more. When you give yourself so much and realize that you're just being eaten away, there has to come to a point where you sit down with yourself and decide what is best for me next. I realized with myself personally that any type of bedside interaction was really just draining me because it came with a lot of dynamics. Yes, I wanted to help people, but I was literally getting drained from personalities at bedside, from the patients to the families, to the friends, to the caregivers. I was just kind of getting tired of it and constantly having to be at a beck and call for my patients when changes of conditions happen, especially in hospice. Changes in condition will happen. It's inevitable. So constantly chasing that and constantly having to get up and be pretty much available between 9 to 5, not 5 days a week, to run to emergencies or run to death visits. And it was just a lot. And so I was like, shut it down. We're going to pivot. So when I got to Chicago, I had a travel assignment in hospice, and the assignment actually canceled in the middle of it. So I was super shocked, super upset, super like, what do I do? Right? Like, bills have to be paid. So I just found another hospice job really quick, just staff company, hospice case management role. But while applying for that job, I said, let me sneak in some tech jobs. And every day I just kept adding more and more, like, oh, let me just do 1 or 2 tech job applications. So I finally got the tech job. I was super excited to start. I had a great staff of workers, and I really enjoyed the people that I worked with. But just going through it day by day and navigating the new law of the land, right? I'm going from patient care to learning JavaScript and HTML and coding and databases and Salesforce, like so much difference. But I told myself, if I can get through nursing school, I can get through anything. And I feel like that's just the confidence that I personally grew within myself to know that I can do anything if I put my mind to it. And so because I have that belief system for myself, I knew that I would get a tech job. It was just a matter of when, right? So I finally got it. Everything's great. I'm doing it. It's hard. But like I told you, I know that there's going to be hard days when you start something new. It's inevitable, right? And I realized with myself that I'm not scared of hard work. I'm just scared of doing work that I shouldn't be doing. And I realized that I do not feel good doing work where I'm making another person richer. Personally, you might do that and it might bring you purpose because you're not looking at it in that way. But for me, that's how I felt when I came home, right? And so I realized that I like to work with everyday people. I like the feeling of giving my time to literally save someone's life or to literally give somebody the best quality of life during their last final days, right? That is important to me. During the tech job, I'm appreciative, but I'm realizing, oh snap, I messed up. And it was so interesting because when I left the tech job, it was an urge to get out. But when I was leaving the nursing job, it was just this slow journey of like, do you really want to get out of this? Wow, with God, he was very loud and he was very clear that I need to get out of tech. It wasn't even a question. But with nursing, I don't think I really got God's final word to say, all right, it's out. I think I was just moving on my own energy, and that's not how it goes, right? Literally on day 30 at the tech job, day 30, that morning I woke up with the full intention of going to work at the tech job and continuously going. I woke up bawling out of nowhere, just bawling and just asking for clarity. Like, God, give me clarity, right? Seek the clarity. And it was literally loud. It was like, get out of there. Cool. Don't question it. Call the tech job. Can't do this anymore. Gotta go, right? More or less, more professional, all the bells and whistles. Email, da-da-da-da. So I turned in my equipment by 12. Funny, a week before I quit, actually, the hospice company that I just left called me the week before I quit the tech job and said, hey, hope you're enjoying your new job, but if you're not, like, we have this clinical management position open. I was like, a management position? And y'all wanted me? I've only worked with y'all for like a month and a half, and granted, they were like very complimentary about like me having experience and me knowing a lot and bringing a lot to the table, but I was just kind of like, anyways, I'm going to tech in the back of my head, right? So I didn't want to give it any type of inclination that I was coming back, right? When I was at the nursing job. So now I'm hearing this, that they were watching me and that they really liked me as a nurse and they wanted me to be in the management role. I was like, okay, I'm still sticking with this tech job. So anyways, when day 30 hits at the tech job and I'm like, actually, no. Like I said, by 12 p.m. that day, I turned in my equipment at the tech job. By 2 p.m. that day, I had an interview for the clinical management job. And by like 3 to 4, I had a clinical management job. So all within a day's work, I quit my job. I turned in the equipment. I did an interview and I got a new job. That's God. And it's so funny because I feel like God was like, look, I never told you to leave nursing. I just don't want you to do it the same way again. You know, we did the hospital, we did the case management where it was like a hybrid of both bedside and non-bedside. And now it's just time to get you out of bedside. And I know a lot of nurses out there are really looking to get non-bedside jobs. And what I'll tell you is it's worth the wait. Like, personally, I feel like hospital jobs are very draining. The time, the 12-hour shift, I just feel like is a carcinogen. Like, how can you work that much in one day? Especially my night shift people, which is what I did. Like, such a bad idea. But yeah, I'm really loving my management job now in nursing. I love that I'm able to be a vessel of education to other nurses so they can spread their seeds and, you know, touch patients' lives from the education that I'm providing to them, because most of the nurses in our company are new hospice nurses. So it's been such a great experience just passing on education, passing on knowledge, being a resource for people. I value this job so much, and I realized that God didn't want me out of nursing. God just wanted me to do it a different way. And I pray that for you, that you find clarity, because I know you're probably watching YouTube videos and reading articles and talking with yourself and, you know, trying to figure out what is best for you next. And I hope that clarity comes your way, and you don't have to make too many mistakes along the way like I did. But definitely, I'm so thankful for the back and forth, because it allowed me to realize that purposeful, intentional work is important to me. And that's just the core of it all, right? I might not be a nurse in the next 10 years. I might be back in tech. Like, whatever it is for me, like, I know that that's part of my journey has to always carry purposeful, intentional work. Some people can go to work and they just need a good job to pay their bills so they can do the things that they actually enjoy. And I thought I was that kind of person. Like, I just need a check so I can use that check to do the things I actually want to do. But I realized, like, literally, if I'm going to spend 40 hours a week doing something, it needs to be part of the purpose too, personally. Anyways, I'm down on a tangent, but if you have any questions about my journey, leave them down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below, what journey are you on? Are you a new nurse? Are you an OG nurse? Are you trying to pivot, not pivot, etc.? Let me know. I would love to get connected with a lot of you nurses out there. But thank you for watching my video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.